Hi, my name is Katie Bogner, and I am a teacher at St. Philomena School in Peoria. And I, like I'm sure many of you, am getting very excited for the beatification of Archbishop Fulton Sheen. I have been teaching about him in my classroom for about 15 years, and he's a very dear saint friend of mine. And it makes me really excited for us to get to share more about the life and legacy of Fulton Sheen with the students in our diocese. So I have some resources to share with you, but first I thought I might share just a little bit about why I think it is so important for us to talk about Fulton Sheen with the students in our schools and parishes, especially those of us who are right here in the Diocese of Peoria. So the first reason is because he's this local holy hero. He lived right in our own backyard. He was born in El Paso, Illinois. He went to Diocese of Peoria schools and was ordained a priest right in our own cathedral. So it's pretty remarkable to get to share this exemplary life of holiness with our students from somebody who lived where they lived and walked where they can walk. I love the idea of being able to share this with our students and reminding them of the universal call to holiness, that they may not grow up to, write dozens of books or star in an Emmy-winning television show like Fulton Sheen, but God has a unique plan for their life to follow him for all of their days. The second reason why I think we should share the life of Fulton Sheen with our students is because his words are so relevant today. So you can look at his teaching, and he used humor and current events and related to his audience while he taught about things like prayer and the importance of the Eucharist and the Blessed Virgin Mary. And all of the things that he taught are still relevant today, and we can listen to his teachings, whether it's by reading quotes from his books or watching him on his television show, and we can share those things with our students. And the third reason why I think Fulton Sheen is a saint that we need to share with our students is because of his use of technology. Fulton Sheen saw drastic changes during his priesthood, going from print to radio to television. And he saw all of them as tools for evangelization. He saw them as something that could be used to share the gospel. And we need to give that example to our students. They are living in an increasingly changing world, a dramatically digital landscape. And so why not give them an example to follow in Fulton Sheen with how to use media and technology well? So those are a few reasons. Now, what can you do about it? If you'd like to bring Fulton Sheen into your classroom, into your parish, I have a resource called Teaching with Fulton Sheen. It's a whole curriculum. It's about 200 pages long, and it's totally free for you. So you can find this on the CDOP website or on the Sheen Foundation's website, which is celebratesheen.com. It's a free digital download that you can download in print like I did, or you can just pick and choose different pages that will work well for your particular situation. And I just wanted to give you a little rundown of how it's structured. So it's broken into 4 parts based on how you might use it. So for example, here is one for ages 5 to 8, so a little bit easier activities. There's one for ages 9 to 12, one for ages 13 to 18, so our middle and high schoolers. And then the final one is a group of multi-age activities. Now, each of the curriculums has a nice table of contents that you can look through and find activities. All of them have biographical information about the life of Sheen, but maybe more importantly, what he would want us to say are the things that he taught. So about Mary, about the Eucharist, about vocations, about prayer, and about the call to holiness. So all of those can be found in each of the books. So one thing I wanted to say, this multi-age curriculum, this is meant to be used you could organize multiple classes in a school working together. Maybe you have a parish Fulton Sheen Day where they can get together and do activities as a family. Maybe you send things home so that it's not so age specific. But one cool thing about this is that each of these activities is hands-on and interactive, and it comes ready to go. So it has the directions, the supplies, and then probably most importantly, the talking points and maybe even Sheen quotes, things he said about that topic. So you could very easily hand this to a volunteer or a parent, and they would know exactly what to do and how it relates back to the life of Fulton Sheen. There's also a couple of guides in here if you're going to make a pilgrimage to the cathedral or the museum, which I highly recommend. So there's some pilgrimage guides in here for students, as well as different levels of scavenger hunts, which is super fun to do together with them. So again, all of these are available. You can use them at any point. They're not dependent on the beatification. They're really just about the life of Archbishop Fulton Sheen and the things that he taught. This truly is a historic time for our diocese and the local church, but really the universal church as well. And we have a front row seat here in the Diocese of Peoria. I cannot wait to share this year, like watching before, during, and after the beatification with my students. I've been telling them this is not just a once in a lifetime thing, it's like a not even once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to watch this unfold in our own diocese as we raise one of our own to the altars and get to call him blessed. So I really hope that this is a useful tool for you in your schools and parishes. And again, you can use this however you'd like. You can print it and it can be used in classrooms. You can set stuff out in the back of church. You can attach things to your school bulletin and send it out to families. I just am super excited to get to share more about the life of Sheen with you and with all of the children in our diocese, because what better example can we have of following Christ, loving him, and loving the church? So I really hope that this is wonderful. And Archbishop Sheen, pray for us.